Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Two Hands in a Radio, where we look at portable shortwave radios under $20, and sometimes it's over $20. Primarily that's what we look at anyway. Not the case today. This one's coming in at $23.31, just a little over budget, but it's so, I don't know, it just struck me as not so much unique. It's just one you never see around. It's the Tecsun R1012, not to be confused with the Tecsun R9012, 911, 909, 910, R912. How many of these are out there? Anyway, here it is. The first thing that I notice with it is it strikes me an awful lot like the R909. I think the only difference is, we'll get in and we'll look at the differences. This one has the capability of receiving TV, which we can't get here in North America because everything's digital. But I suppose if there are places that aren't digital, you could pick up TV channels. And I haven't opened the box up yet, so let's just pop into it and see what we got. And take a look. Okay, we have, inspected by somebody. Here it is. Okay, yeah, there's some differences already. So quick to judge. But there's a lot of similarities too. We've got our nice instruction manual there. Hopefully we won't need that. At least for today we won't. And here it is. Okay, I see. What do I see? My goodness, that's hard to see this one band way over here. You've got to hold it almost at an angle. It goes from 6.35 megahertz to 21.25. Very close to the 909. The 909 is 640 to 2140. So they're almost similar with that. Speaker is about a 2-inch speaker or so, inch and a half maybe. Small speaker. The DX and local switch that would be on the 909 is an FM switch, TV1, TV2. Okay, we've got medium wave and short wave button, and then an FM TV button, and then you can switch from wherever you want to go from there. The very top of it, we've got a band selector switch. Got a nice orange dot on there so you can kind of keep track of where you're going. I'm all about the little indicators that makes life a little easier. And let's pop over to this side. Tuning knob, exactly like the 909. And you might ask yourself, or you might ask me, not yourself, but you might ask, why on earth would I buy this if the 909's out there? The 909 is so good, I wanted to see, I wouldn't mind a almost duplicate. Backside, we've just got our frequency ranges, of course, FM, TV, medium wave, AM broadcast. Short wave is 595 to 21.85, about standard. Little battery door back here. And let's just, while we're down here, let's put some batteries in it. That way we don't have to worry about that anymore. That's done. There we go. And on the other side, the left-hand side, we've got a volume knob and looks like an off switch. Okay. DC adapter jack and a headphone jack. And our antenna. I can't remember on the 909 how tall the antenna was, but this is about 20 and a half 20 3/4 is where it's at. So I would say let's just fire this up and see what happens. You know, I'm kind of impressed with these little Tecsun radios. And let's give it a spin and see what happens.
In the military.
Okay.
And, often afterwards
Where
going
am I
on
at?
to
I'm on
careers
FM.
of note.
Okay.
They generally weren't
My land. It's got a loud volume to it.
Amazing efforts to better Barney County. So yeah, reverse raffle this Friday.
Okay, it's got
it's
it's got the volume.
60 seconds from local news digital.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. Hit the cough button.
31 13th Street.
Okay. So I suppose if we went to, oh, they're way over here. They're labeled TV1 and TV2. And each one of those little dots is a channel that you'd go to. Like I said, it's worthless to even try here, but at least it's there. Kind of cool. And let's go over to medium wave AM broadcast.
We're working towards and constantly encouraged us. To me that when knocked off the gut. So having both Jared and the family was really helpful.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's Dave Ramsey. It was on 2 different stations. It wasn't any kind of overload or anything. He's on 1390 in Seymour and 1010 here in town. Okay, well let's just move over to band number 1 shortwave right now, which is way over here. It's odd that you can hardly see it unless, see if you can see it when I hold the radio at a sharp angle. That's kind of weird. Let's just jump to band 2 because that's awful low. It's 3:30 in the afternoon or so. Okay, there again, it's hard to tell where you're at. Band 3, we're somewhere in there. If that's 10 megahertz, wow, that is really band 3 and 3. 10's way up there and it's way down there, so it's not the most sharply aligned radio, but it's an analog dial, and kind of what do you expect, really? I mean, it's, if you're after precision, I doubt you'd be paying $20 for a radio for some kind of precision.
Teresa, bless her heart, was in the room tonight. She started to cry. She said, honey.
Okay. Not bad. We're band 5 now. Coming up into the 13 megahertz of stuff. Not a lot there. Kind of to be expected. Probably more up in here. That probably is Radio Havana, Cuba, the English version. 15140 looks about right. Can we get WWV? Should have been in there, but it wasn't, and that's okay. Huh. Well, let's go on to band 7. Nothing there. Band 8, there's nothing there, I'm sure. Okay. Well, not all bad. Of course, now the whole video takes a turn when we break out. The antenna, same size antenna. Here's the 909. in comparison. Virtually identical. Different. The TV switch is the big difference here. And for the push buttons for medium wave, FM, the same. Band on the top. The 909 is 7 shortwave bands, where this was 8 shortwave bands. And I'm just trying to look at the backside. Everything else is pretty well the same. It would be interesting to, let's go to band 5. I guess there's more people here at the park. I hear somebody crying, not happy. Band 6. Let's just compare the two here real quick. Okay, let me get on there and we'll just start up at the top here. Boy, this is nothing scientific. Okay.
What's in your back pocket?
Time out there. Let's get everybody all on the same page here. I thought I was. I'd poked around on the buttons enough that I've changed everything to FM. Now we're on band 6, 15 megahertz, band 5 on this one, and I'm just curious.
Dans des déclarations à la presse, il avait argumenté un haut degré de fatigue après longtemps de compétition presque sans pause. Daniel Dominguez a profité du fait que ce n'était pas une saison de championnat mondial pour faire une pause. La seule exception, le Grand Prix aux États-Unis et à la mi-août où sa partie avec
so a little quieter on the 909.
a enthousiasmé les amateurs à Cuba. C'est le rêve d'un joueur de
maybe a little quieter.
qu'on lui a faite.
I don't know. That one's a hard guess to make. The 909 almost seemed a little quieter. Just on that, I mean, we could go through band by band and see what happens. The 909 really blew me away with the sensitivity, and this didn't seem too bad. You know, I would say they're both just almost identical in reception. This might have a little tinnier sound to it, a little hissier, I guess. But you know, it is what it is. Huh? What a cool. Okay, we'll say goodbye to the 909 now. What a cool little radio. And like I said, it was $23. I don't know. I rated the 909 pretty high, up around 8 out of 10 or so, somewhere around in there. I just depend on how generous I was that day. This one being just a little over $20, I would, 7.5 maybe. I noticed the dial on it just a little bit flakier than the 909. The 909 seems to be really sure of itself, where this needle would quiver every now and then as you're moving up and down. You know, I'm just nitpicking on that. But you know, for a radio that not everybody has in their backpack, an R1012 would be kind of cool. I don't think you'd be going wrong by getting one. So anyway, with all that, if you've liked this video, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate all the subscribers and the kind comments. And you know, we're out here just to have fun. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to look at these. And every now and then, we find little gems out here that you know, what I really like is when somebody will comment and say, you know, I saw this video and I bought one. and I don't get any kind of cut from that. I don't get a kickback from anybody or anything. It's just, it is the way it is. But it's just neat that somebody would listen to these videos and decide, hey, I want to buy one of these. That's kind of cool. So with that, I'm going to hope that everybody has a great rest of your day, and we will see you at the next review.